Yo, what's goody the KJ Nation? Today guys, I'm bringing you the craziest video I've ever made. Today guys, I'll be showing you my top 100 tips and tricks of 2020. I worked really hard on this video guys, so if you could smash 100 likes, that would really mean a lot to me. And it would show me that you guys want more of these kinds of videos. Also important, remember to subscribe and click that bell notification button to be able to get notified whenever I drop one of these crazy videos, because I will be dropping more of these videos. But yeah, without further ado, thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, and let's go. Alright guys, so the first trick is on the map Clubhouse. It's an invincible diffuse spot. So what you want to do is come into cash room, get on this table, and you try and get up onto here. When you're on this little metallic thing, you can plant up here. Then when you plant, you can get down and destroy the table with your ash charge or a grenade or something, and yeah, nobody can defuse the bomb. So it's a win for you guys. A really nice evil eye to defend anybody trying to come from the garage or open the garage like walls is you can come into changing room with Maestro and put his Maestro camera right where this little drone hole is. After this, you can see anybody outside and you can easily zap them, and it's just a very nice camera spot. So the next trick is also a Hibana trick on the map Clubhouse. So what you want to do is come into the spawn here, the back spawn, and then you want to go up all the way over here where I go, and then what you want to do is just prone and aim exactly a little bit above this this like wall here. When you shoot your pellets, you're going to be able to make 3 really nice peek holes, and if you have Kali, this could be very nice. So the next trick is a nice little Hibana trick you guys can do to get through any wall you want. So it can be a reinforced wall, it can be a soft wall. In this clip, I do it on a soft wall. But what you guys want to do is just take Hibana, shoot the one round of the pellets right above the floor, but just like perfectly like I do it. After this, you guys are able to crouch and just walk through, so you don't need to open all the walls fully. But yeah, it's just a very nice and useful trick you guys can do and surprise enemies. So guys, now we're gonna cover the map organs. So the first trick is an electroclaw placement for the meeting hall hatch. A lot of attackers like to come from this hatch and surprise the defenders, but you can electrify this hatch with Kaid in such a way that they cannot get rid of the electroclaw. So what you want to do is just reinforce this hatch, come downstairs, and throw your electroclaw just in the spot as I show you. After this, the attackers will not be able to destroy the electroclaw and will not be able to open this hatch. So guys, the next spot on Oregon is a hiding spot. So this one is in the kids' bedroom upstairs. So what you want to do is come over to this like little shelf here, this white shelf, try and find the vault button. After this, when you vault on, you have to somehow get onto the fan. You do this by going a bit to the right and trying to go to the left immediately after. When you're on the fan, you can get onto the bed and you can lay here and people won't expect you, so it's just a very nice hiding spot overall. Now, a really nice Maestro camera spot on Oregon is again upstairs. So what you want to do is come over here, hit everything on top of this shelf to get rid of it. Then you want to try and find a vault button kind of looking towards the right. After this, when you find the vault button and you get up here, you have to move all the way to the left until you fall just a little bit and you can stand up. When you stand up, you're able to place your Maestro cam all the way on top of the wall, which gives you an angle on many rooms and is pretty discreet and hard to destroy. So it's just overall a very good Maestro camera spot. Now we go on to another Kaid trick. we're gonna have a lot of Kaid tricks in this video, but I think you guys will enjoy them. So for this one, it's for the hatch in kitchen. So when you reinforce the hatch upstairs, you want to come back downstairs into kitchen, and then you want to shoot out this cupboard here. After you've shot it out, you're able to throw your electric claw inside and electrocute the hatch. After this, it will be very hard for the attackers to spot the electric claw and destroy it. So yeah. So the next trick is a nice little parkour spot you guys can do to instantly get upstairs as an attacker when you spawn. So what you want to do is take a 3-speed attacker, and then you quickly want to get onto this van and then sprint across, clicking the vault button. You're instantly going to get on this balcony, and you can even shoot out the door before you do this parkour spot to surprise the enemy. So overall, a quick spot. You guys might have already heard about this one. So now again, a Kaid spot. It goes with the Kaid trick at the beginning, reinforcing the meeting hall hatch. So you can do either one. For this one, it's a little bit easier, but it's easier for the attackers to actually spot and destroy the electrical. But what you want to do is just reinforce the hatch, and then you can throw your electrical under the stage here, and it'll be very hard to spot for the attackers, but it'll be easier to destroy if they spot it. So you can do either one of them, but I recommend doing the first electrical placement I proposed. Now I'm going to show you guys 3 easy flank routes you guys can do on the map Oregon. You might have already heard about these ones or saw them being done, but for the newer players, these are very efficient routes if you're a roamer and quickly want to get somewhere. So there's not much explaining to do. I'm just going to show you how to do them and not talk over it. Enjoy. So the next 3 tricks are again Kaid spots, but the first one here is a very interesting one because you can reinforce and electrify the main hatch of the main objective downstairs and the barbed wire you put on the stairs. So what you want to do is just put barbed wire on the stairs and reinforce the hatch, obviously, and then throw your electrical just on the corner of the hatch, and you'll electrify both the hatch and the barbed wire. The next one is to electrify the wall facing construction site downstairs. So what you want to do is just come upstairs to the construction site spawn kind of area door and throw your electrical just as I do, and you're going to be able to electrify the downstairs wall. It's a very fast and efficient way, and the attackers will probably not spot where the electric claw is. So this spot is to electrify the other wall downstairs. So what you want to do is you want to basically do the same thing as in the previous clip. You want to go upstairs, but this time to the garage, and throw your electric claw just as I do, and you'll be able to electrify the wall. It's simple and easy to do. Now guys, we move on to the next map, which is Consulate. The first spot guys is on the top floor of Consulate. So what you have to do is come over to this little shelf over here. Then you want to try and find the vault button. After you get on, you want to place your Banshee charge as high as you can. After having done this, enemies cannot destroy this charge unless they have a grenade or an ash charge. They cannot knife it or anything. So it's a very nice place. The 3 next tips or tricks are invincible shield spots. So when you put your shield here, the attackers will not be able to pass next to them or vault over them. So they're really useful, especially if you have Goyo. You have 3 shields and an extra shield if you decide so you can block off many entrances. So I'm gonna show you the next 3 invincible shield spots. Enjoy. Now a nice little angle from the bathroom upstairs into the bomb A site window where a lot of attackers like to repel. So what you have to do is basically reinforce these 2 walls so you can't get shot. Shoot holes above the door. After this, you want to do this little thing where you get next to the toilet and try and like prone all the way in, then stand up, and you're going to be able to stand on the toilet, and then you can get all the way up on the toilet and you can aim onto the window. You have a nice little pixel peek, especially if you use ACOG. This peek might be useful as attackers always repel here. This next spot is again in Consulate, but it's in the offices, and it's very useful when you're playing bomb. And to do this, you literally just do the same thing as we did in the first spot, and when you get it on here and enemies repel into the bomb, they get Melusied and it's really hard for them to play. So this third spot, guys, is downstairs in garage on Consulate. So what you have to do is you want to do this little parkour, and after you manage it, it takes a couple of tries at the beginning, but after you manage it and you get onto this red toolbox, you want to place your Melusi on top, like on the wall like this, and after the Melusi will cover the back of the van, so anybody trying to plant or anything will be very shocked. So this next trick is a nice little hiding spot that you guys might have already seen on my channel or on other people's channels. But what you want to do is come downstairs in garage, come into this little room here. What you want to do is get onto this table and walk all the way across and try and find a vault button while aiming in the middle of this like kind of black screen on the vending machine. You're gonna see a vault option, and then you can get on top, and yeah, it's a very nice hiding spot and people won't expect you, and it's actually very easy to do. So yeah. So the next trick is a real quick Valkyrie camera spot you guys can use when you're playing downstairs. A lot of attackers like to open the garage wall up, so you can literally just throw your Valkyrie camera into the van, and as it's black inside, it's very hard to spot. So yeah, a quick Valkyrie camera spot for you guys. The next 2 spots are both upstairs in the meeting room on Consulate. So what you want to do is come over here, shoot this plant out, and then you want to run onto these chairs and place your Melusi on the wall. After this, you can destroy the chairs, so like that enemies cannot knife it. You can do this on the other side of the room, as I'm going to show in the video. So the last spot on Consulate is downstairs again, and what you have to do is come onto this desk and try and find the vault button onto this vending machine. Then you can place your Melusi on the wall and it prevents the rush from behind. So it's actually a very useful placement. So now guys, we move on to the map border. So the first spot is an insane plant spot for the attackers. Downstairs in supply room. So what you want to do is come into supply room, come onto this black thing, stand on the blue things as well, destroy everything that's on these shelves. Then what you want to do is kind of look into the middle where these 2 shelves separate, and you're going to try and find the vault button. After you do this, you can vault on top of these shelves, and then you want to drop kind of back down onto these other shelves next to the wall. After this, you can destroy everything on these shelves and plant here, and the attackers will never be able to know how you got up here, and it's an easy win for you guys. So now we move on to a Kaid spot. So for this one, it's for the room upstairs. You're going to be able to electrify the hatch and the wall. So what you want to do is just come around when you reinforce the walls and just throw your electric claw, just as I do in the corner here. Your electric claw will be hard to find for attackers, and if you guys have banned Thatcher, it will be almost impossible for them to get rid of the mirror on this wall if you play Mira and Kaid. Next two clips, I'm going to quickly show you two Kaid tricks that are useful when you want to defend upstairs. So pay attention, they're going to go quick. Now on the map Chalet, a really nice invincible diffuse spot is in trophy room. So if you get into trophy room and have to plant, you can go all the way into the corner where the hatch is and try and just plant it the furthest away from the hatch, but in the corner, like I do. After this, you're gonna be able to destroy the hatch, and the defenders won't be able to get to the diffuser. Tip guys, I'm going to show you a nice pre-placed C4 on Chalet to get anybody trying to plant in trophy room. I showed this trick in my last video, so if you didn't check that one out, go in the description and you can check it out. So what you want to do is just make a hole where I make a hole, and then throw your C4 onto this kind of like metallic pipe, and then when anybody's trying to plant on the other side, you can just explode it and get them. So if the hatch for the kitchen drop is electrified with a Kaid and you're playing Hibana, you can still open this hatch. So what you want to do is shoot one round of pellets right next to the hatch. After they explode, they're going to get rid of the Kaid, and then you can open the hatch after this. So it's a very useful tip to know, because this hatch is usually electrified. The next map we're gonna do is Villa. Now we go into astronomy room, and what you want to do here is get rid of this telescope, and after you've done this, you want to get onto these boxes. After doing it for a couple of tries and you get onto the top, you can place your Melusi on the flag here. After this, you can cover the whole room, and it's a very useful spot. So guys, another crazy plant spot on the map Villa. So when the objective is in kitchen, what you can do as an attacker is come over to this fridge here, destroy the green shelf up here next to the fridge. Then what you want to do is vault onto the stove and kind of go all the way to the right until you're in the middle of the stove and the green like shelf you're on. Then what you want to do is look towards the fridge and try and find a vault button where I do. Then you can vault onto the fridge, and when you plant here, nobody will able to defuse the bomb. So it's a very OP spot. So the first spot is in this room where the attackers always go from, and what you have to do is destroy this TV with an impact or anything, and then what you want to do is get onto this table and you can place your Melusi charge on the wall. After you have done this, you want to destroy the table so that they cannot come up and knife it. And yeah, it slows the enemy down and it's a very useful spot. Let's get into the next spot. Now for this next one, it's just across the room, and what you want to do is just place your Melusi on the wall like this and then destroy the hatch. After you have done this, nobody can actually knife it or do anything to it unless they have an ash or they have grenades. But yeah, these two combined in this room is very strong. Now again, another really nice plant spot, but this time on the map Canal in the map room. So what you want to do, this one is pretty simple. So just come over to this like kind of shelf here or whatever it is. Destroy the green thing here, kind of look in the middle, try and find a vault button, and then you can somehow get on top, all the way on top, and you can plant here. So yeah, it's a very nice diffuse spot and people won't destroy it. A really nice pixel peek to have on anybody trying to peek this window on Canal is to take an operator with a shield, and then you want to go where I go, right next to this table, and place your shield just like with a little gap next to the table. After this, you want to go at the wall behind the table and make a little hole in it. After this, you have a perfect pixel peek on anybody trying to peek this window. Now we move on to the map bank. So for this spot, it's in main lobby, and what you have to do is you come over here, get onto this, and go prone and shoot out these like books or whatever, and then you want to crawl all the way onto this shelf, and you need a friend for this to keep you up. So when you get onto this shelf here, you want to stand up and have your friend behind you, and after that you want to place your Melusi on the wall, and it's going to cover this door right here. But yeah, this spot is amazing. Now there's two spots downstairs in garage. So the first one is you want to go onto this car and place it up here, and it's going to cover the whole of garage. And then the next spot is also here, and it's to prevent people from entering the garage and to slow them down. So you just want to put it on this car and you can block the entrance. So two really nice spots that you guys can use. On the map bank, you guys can do a nice little simple bullet hole peek from the upstairs windows onto the enemy's spawn. So it's a really simple but efficient spawn kill. So the next spot on bank is in archive. So what you want to do is come over to this like little shelf over here. I don't know exactly what this is. Then you want to find the vault button, vault up, and place your Melusi as high as you can. After this, you want to get down and destroy the paperwork, and they won't be able to get onto this and destroy it. So yeah, you can cover the window like this. It's a very nice spot. Now this next tip is on KJHDrd, and it's a more common tip, but still a lot of people do not know about it. So what you have to do is come over into main entrance and rappel on the southeast wall. Then after you open this window, you're gonna have a clear angle on anybody camping upstairs or even playing upstairs trying to rotate through the door, as you can see. And yeah, overall a very good angle, more for new players. I've seen other players use this, but I just wanted to make it clear and show it to you guys. Again, a nice little bullet hole peek you guys can do on the windows upstairs on KJHDrd. So yeah, the attackers always come from these windows, so if you have these bullet peeks, it'll be really hard for the attackers to spot them, and you can quickly get an easy kill. Tip is also on KJHDrd, and it's a really nice way in which you can catch enemies by surprise who are trying to walk or rappel on the east wall. So what you have to do is take Valkyrie and throw her Valkyrie camera outside the east wall, and when you see enemies trying to rappel or walk here, you jump on this little table as I do, and you can catch them by surprise. A really nice way of escaping situations which are really complicated, like you're in an Ella mine or a Legion mine and you quickly have to escape because you're gonna get killed. Well, Amaru is the perfect operator for this. Instead of just using her to rappel into windows quickly, you can use her to rappel out of situations. For example, you can find the closest hatch, closest window, and quickly rappel out. So she can be very useful in these scenarios. A trick you can do with Tachanka, if you ever do decide to use Tachanka, is you want to take Tachanka and Mirror. Then what you can do is place a mirror on the reinforced wall, break this mirror open, and put the Tachanka turret behind it. After this, you can easily catch enemies by surprise, as they won't be expecting a Tachanka turret behind the mirror window. So yeah, overall a nice spot, and you guys can do this. It's kind of like a meme tactic, but it could work, so try for yourself. And now guys, I'm going to show you a nice little angle you can hold on to anybody trying to play in archives on the map bank. So what you can do is come over here into the main entrance at ATMs, and then you want to go where I go right here, and you want to lay prone, and you can have a pixel peek onto anybody trying to rotate or play archives. You can as well take Ash and open up this wall, and it will give you a clear line of sight into this area. So yeah, it's a really cheeky angle. Now this next trick is a very nice angle into prep room and bakery when playing in kitchen on Cafe Dostoevsky. So what you have to do is go upstairs into Train Museum, then you want to make a hole like I do, just like this. Then you have a perfect angle on anybody trying to come from the prep room door, but to make this angle even better, you want to take an operator with a shield, then you put the shield just like I do, and after this you have a pixel peek on people trying to come from this door, so people will never be able to shoot you and you can easily headshot them. So yeah, it's just a very nice angle. For number 55 is another shield pixel peek, but this time on the map Oregon for the window in attic. So what you do is take someone with a shield, obviously, come over here and place the shield just like I do. After this you can drop down, and when you go prone you have a tiny pixel peek on people trying to peek this window. So it's just a nice pixel peek, and it could work in some situations if they're trying to push attic. So yeah. Guys, pre-placed C4s are going to become the new meta. I'm telling you that right now. So for this pre-placed spot is on Villa, and you can kill anybody trying to push from master bedroom while you're in sanctuary room. So what you do for this C4 is you come over here right next to this wall in sanctuary room. Then you want to punch out a hole or shoot out a hole with a shotgun, and then you want to throw your C4 onto this ledge, as you can see, like I do. After this, anybody on the other side of this wall, when you explode the C4, they're gonna instantly get killed. So it's a good C4 on Thermite or Hibana trying to open this wall. So yeah. A really quick tip is that some hatches that are low enough, you can just open them by fusing. So for example, the hatch I'm on right now on Cafe Dostoevsky is just openable with fuse. So you don't have to rely on your teammates, and there's a couple hatches you can do this on. So overall, a nice tip to have in mind. For the 58th trick, I'm going to show you guys a really nice pixel peek that you guys can have on the central stairs when playing downstairs on Clubhouse. So what you do is you come into this memorial room, you need to have someone with a shield, and then you want to line up your shield just like I do. After this, you can have the tiniest pixel peek on these stairs. As you guys can see, I'm going to shoot, and the bullets do actually go onto the stairs. Another quick tip for beginners is that you can shoot Ash's breaching rounds through a single bullet hole, as shown in the video. This can come in handy if you secretly want to shoot a hole in a wall or surprise an enemy. This time a go-to hiding spot on the map bank. This spot I think has already been used a couple of times, but new players never expect it. So what you can do is come over into lobby and then just lay down behind this little couch over here. And players do enter from this side a lot. So if you're just laying down here with Cavero or someone, you can easily flank them when they enter. An efficient way to clear out security room on border is to actually rappel down the roof like this, and then when you come to this wall, you just want to make like one melee hole or even a bullet hole, and after this you can just see anybody and spray them through the hole, and it'll be really hard to spot you. Now, this fourth tip is for my Captau mains. Captau's smoke arrows, if shot perfectly above door frames, for the attacker's perspective, it smokes the top part of the door, but the bottom half not. So you can see any defenders trying to run in the room. But on the other hand, for the defenders trying to get in, what they see is just smoke, even if they crouch. This is very OP for the attackers, as you will be able to see and pick people off trying to come in the room without them even seeing you. a very good peek you guys can have onto the window when playing upstairs on Consulate. On this window where there's always attackers peeking is you want to come to spiral stairs and you want to lay down right where this vase is. After this you want to shoot the little like wooden handle, and after this you will have a perfect peek on anybody trying to repel and peek the window. You can see me using it in game and it's very hidden. For number 64, there's a nice little grenade trick that you guys can do to actually kill anybody that's camping on server stairs when playing on bank, because I know a lot of roamers like to play on these stairs. So what you can do is you throw your grenade through this drone hole, and if you time it perfectly you can get anybody that's camping on these stairs. A really good way in which you can stop the rush from construction site, or even anybody trying to push from construction site when you're playing downstairs in Oregon, is to actually go upstairs in meeting hall and open this hatch. And before you do that you want to actually open this wall as well so you can actually see them come in. After this, when they're pushing in, they're probably not going to expect the hatch to be opened, as well as that if they do see the hatch, it's going to be really hard to hit you as it's hidden and you can get anybody trying to come in from this side. This tip is very special to me personally, so if you guys are still watching this far in the video and haven't liked the video, then guys, come on, smash that like button so that we can reach that 1000 like goal and I can make another tips and tricks for you guys. A cool little spot for any roamers trying to hide at the beginning of the round on the map Oregon is actually coming into dining hall, and if you hit this chair one time you can actually hide underneath this table and nobody will suspect you to be here, and you can just wait like a minute into the round and then start pushing. Now we have a flank route on the map Theme Park, and this is when you know that people are gonna come in from like the main entrance window to attack and push armory. So what you can do is go into control room, hit the window twice, and when you know somebody's peeking the window below you, you can simply jump out, kill them, and then jump back in and get enemies by surprise who are in this room as well. Another really efficient flank route on the map Theme Park again is jumping out from break room when playing upstairs into barrel room downstairs, and you can easily prep this by hitting the window downstairs twice and then hitting the window upstairs twice. A lot of people like to push barrel room if your team is playing drug lab, so being able to flank these enemies is a really efficient way to win the game. Now this tip, like most people know about it, but like I just wanted to like make it obvious, it's that sound is so important in this game. You can trick enemies if you're, for example, in a 1v1, you can trick the enemy by breaking like a door, and then they might think that you're flanking around, but then you come back and you can easily get them. Now that we're coming towards the end of the video, I'm gonna show you guys a really cheeky bullet hole peek onto anybody trying to peek the teller's window. I know a lot of players like to come from here when your team is playing in workshop, but what you can do is you want to go into workshop and then lay down and make one single bullet hole facing towards this window. As you can see, when I do this in my video, you get an easy headshot because the enemies can barely see you. Now guys, for number 72, I'm going to tell you a little pulse tactic that you can do to catch enemies off guard trying to repel and go armory lockers. So what you want to do is come down into detention room and you can be pulsing, and if you see anybody trying to repel, you can simply throw your nitro and run out and kill them. So I think like this is a simple tactic that most people know, but it can be very useful and I've used it before. So now guys, I'm going to show you two really nice Valkyrie camera spots on Canal. So for the first one, it's if you're playing upstairs in control room, what you can do is simply get onto this thing that I get on and then throw your camera exactly on this light. If you get it perfectly, you're going to have a perfect view on anybody that's trying to come from the left side or from the right. It's overall a very nice Valkyrie camera. So this Valkyrie camera spot is very nice if they're trying to open the hatch from upstairs when you're playing downstairs in kayaks. So for this one, you want to go up into Coast Guard meeting room, and after this you want to throw it exactly like I do in this plant. After you have done this, it will be very hard to see your camera, but you can have a very nice angle and spot enemies trying to open upstairs, and then from downstairs you can simply throw a nitro. Another really good angle on Villa enables you to hold the main entrance door, from which a lot of people like to rush. For this angle, you need to go into the library, then get rid of the chair and go prone, then make a single hole in the desk. This is a very nice spot to hold at the beginning of the round as a roamer and get an easy frag on anybody trying to rush from this door. So the trick is on Outback, and it's a really nice Valkyrie camera spot. So what you want to do is you want to come into dorms, and then you want to lay down next to this bunk bed. After this, you want to throw one Valkyrie camera under it, and after that you want to take another Valkyrie camera, aim it just a little bit above the first one you threw, and throw that one as well. After you've done this, the camera will actually stick up into the bunk bed, and you're going to be able to see anybody trying to come in the room, but this Valkyrie camera is really hard to spot from the attacker's perspective. So yeah, overall a really nice and creative camera spot that you guys should definitely use. So guys, this next trick is a double grenade spot on Villa. So this spot will actually kill anybody trying to camp in dining hall. What you want to do is you want to go where I'm standing in driveway. Then you want to open that window up there and throw 2 grenades consecutively. After this, the first grenade, when it explodes, it will create a hole, and the second grenade will fall through that hole and get anybody trying to camp in dining hall. So the defenders will be surprised and not know where they got killed from, and very good spot. So guys, this trick is also a grenade spot on Villa, and this one is to get anybody trying to camp in the southeast corner of Sanctuary room. So what you have to do is come all the way up where I'm standing and face the skylight. When you face the skylight, you want to aim just like me and throw a grenade. After this, the grenade will go all the way into the southeast corner of the Sanctuary room, and you're going to kill anybody trying to camp there or even rotating. Again, another angle on coastline. To get an early frag onto anyone peeking VIP window is to make a hole right in this wall as I do. And then you want to go back to objective to peek this hole from. I recommend taking an operator with an ACOG to make it easier to spot people when they peek the window. But yeah, I've gotten many frags using this hole, and yeah, it's just a glory hole to be honest. For the 7th trick, I will show you a new anchoring diffuse deny angle on Oregon to stop the diffuse in dining hall. What you do is open the top part of this wall in dining hall. Then you want to go upstairs in kids bedroom and open this hatch. After having done this, you can lay down and have a very good angle on people trying to plant in the corner, and you can also pick people off trying to enter the door. So yeah, it's overall a very good spot, and you guys should use it when you play dining hall. Now, a nice little counter peek for anybody trying to spawn peek the window below bathroom on Outback is when you spawn garage, you want to run over to this white truck just like I do. Then you go prone and you're gonna have a pixel peek on this window. So this pixel peek can come in handy if you know somebody's peeking this window. For this next tip is again a really nice angle, but this time on Clubhouse, and it's when you're playing upstairs in kids dorms. A lot of people like to peek the main windows, so to have a really nice angle on them is you want to go into kids bedroom and hide behind the bomb. So you want to lay down behind the bomb, and you can have a really nice angle on the main window, and it's going to be hard to spot you. Now, a really quick tip, mostly for beginners, is that you can easily quick drop the diffuser off a building without having to rappel. So what you do is you hold the rappel button just for a split second, and then you quickly drop the diffuser. And while doing this, you won't rappel down, and you can easily drop the diffuser. Now guys, I'll show you a really nice angle to have into study on Villa. So what you want to do is you want to come into ruins and then stand here and vault like I do. Then you want to vault onto this part again and walk to the right and go, just follow where I'm going. Then when you get to this tree, you want to vault on this big stone, and after you're here, you have a clear view into study, and it's just a nice view, and you can use Cali or Glass and snipe people off who are peeking the study door. This tip is more for beginners but is very useful. When playing on Chalet and defenders go trophy and kitchen, there's always a defender camping in the southwest corner of the trophy room. To easily get rid of this defender, what you can do is take an operator with grenades and throw your grenade exactly like I do to make it bounce off the wall, and you can get an easy frag. This will ease up your game a little bit and make it easier to proceed. A nice little camera spot on bank to spot anybody trying to go downstairs or rotate into open area or go from the elevator is actually you want to come up here where I am next to the elevator, and as you can see there's this little metallic thing with a wooden part at the bottom. What you want to do is hit off the metallic part at the top, and now you're able to throw your Valkyrie camera inside the wooden part. The Valkyrie camera is going to disappear and nobody's going to be able to see it, but you can clearly spot and see enemies that are trying to rotate. Now, a nice tip against the Ying buff that came in this recent patch is actually playing Wamai, and when his magnets catch the Candela, you can shoot them while they're stuck in the magnet to get rid of them before they deploy. So it's a very nice tactic to counter the Ying rush that's happening. A nice angle onto hookah when attacking on coastline is you want to rappel all the way up onto the building, then you want to vault onto this white ventilator as I do in the video. After this you can have a nice angle into hookah, as well as you can open the door and the wall if they didn't reinforce it. So yeah, you can help anybody trying to rotate there or get anybody there. To efficiently open any hatch with a shotgun is you want to take a operator with a semi-automatic shotgun. Then for the hatch you want to crouch and you want to hip fire it right in the middle so that you can get the most amount of bullet spread onto the hatch. This doesn't work always, but it mostly works when you do it perfectly in the middle. A really nice pixel peek to have on anybody trying to peek this window on Canal is to take an operator with a shield, and then you want to go where I go, right next to this table, and place your shield just like with a little gap next to the table. After this you want to go at the wall behind the table and make a little hole in it. After this you have a perfect pixel peek on anybody trying to peek this window. Visual is honestly one of the most underrated operators, and now I'm going to show you why. I'm going to show you a really nice hiding spot on Chalet in which drones will not be able to detect you. So what you want to do is come into main garage, and then you want to vault onto this car and lay down. When drones pass by and you have your effect on, they won't be able to spot you, and when the people try coming in, you can get easy frags. So honestly, there's a lot of spots like these and he can be very powerful in these situations. Another visual spot like this is on the refrigerator in CCTV on border. You guys might have seen this one before, but honestly this spot is very powerful as most operators like to clean out the CCTV first. Now, a nice little thermite trick on theme park to open this wall in bunk if it's electrified or anything and you don't have a thatcher. What you can do with thermite is come into this small room called the break room, and you want to place your thermite charge just where I do, right next to the wall here on the right side. After you explode it, it will open the right side of this electrified wall and you can easily get inside. For this next tip, I'm going to show you guys a really nice hiding spot in Drug Lab on the map theme park. So what you want to do is come over to this little like kind of sink or shelf. I don't know what it is exactly, but what you want to do is get prone and break the stuff in here. After this, you can lay down in the shelf. And yeah, overall a very nice spot because it's dark as well, so it will be really hard to spot you. A nice angle you can hold onto the skylight when playing cocktail bar on Cafe Dostoevsky is to make a little hole right where I make mine, and then make another hole on the other side. After this, you can just stay prone and peek anybody trying to peek the skylight. So overall a nice spot because people won't be able to spot you at first glance and you can get an easy headshot. Again, a nice little angle on cocktail bar to have on anybody trying to drop the west hatch is you want to come over here all the way northeast and you want to make a little hole in this little shelf. After this, you can have a perfect angle on anybody dropping the hatch as they won't be able to see you and you can easily kill them. For the next tip, I'm going to show you guys again a really nice pre-placed C4 to get anybody on the other side of this indestructible wall in billiards room. So what you have to do is just come over here and make a little hole on the one side of this wall, just like I do. Then when you place your C4 underneath it, anybody trying to come from the other side, you can just explode it and they will die. Now again on Cafe Dostoevsky, a really nice tactic to push away any enemies trying to push from bakery onto the main entrance of kitchen is to make a hole in this wall like I do, and then make another hole on the other side of this wall. Then you want to come over here where there's this little metallic like stand thing, and you want to have a pixel peek on anybody trying to run through the corridor, so you can push these people back, and overall a good spot. Yet again another Valkyrie camera spot. For this one, what you want to do is go into games room, come to this desk and hit out the bottom part. After this, when you can throw your Valkyrie camera inside and you can have a clear view on enemies trying to push this door. Enemies won't be able to spot this camera as it is dark inside and it's unnoticeable. Now a quick tip for people who are playing upstairs in control room on Canal, and forget to take Bandit or Kaid to electrify the two main walls upstairs. So what you can do to get rid of the Thermite or the Hibana trying to open the wall is take someone with impact and go down into reception where I go. After this, you want to open this window and aim exactly where I'm aiming, and then you want to throw your impact when you know that the Thermite or the Hibana charges are on the wall. After this, the impact will instantly destroy the charge. So yeah, that's it for the video, guys. If you guys enjoyed or learned anything new, then please do smash this like button, as it motivates me to create more of these videos and more content similar to this. And if you're new, subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time. Peace.